Welcome back, guys, to another episode of F1 2020 My Driver Career Mode. As you can see, it says Belgium. However, this is the part 2 summary for the Hungarian Grand Prix. I'm basically going to take you through what happened because the recording did not record. I pressed the record button, however, it just did not record. I messed up somewhere along the line. So basically, yeah, I'm just gonna give you a brief summary, and then we're gonna watch the highlights to basically, I guess, give you guys a little bit of a glimpse as to what happened. Coming into this race, first let me say this is that we did an absolutely fantastic job, team-wise, individual-wise. I only had, I want to say, 4 to 5 replays between the two parts, and they were not in succession, so they didn't come one after another. 4 to 5 replays out the entire race out of a 70 lap race. That is improvement. Anyway, coming into this race, we were 2 points, had a 2-point deficit to Valtteri Bottas in the championship. We qualified on pole. Our teammate qualified second. The Mercedes knocked out the row 2 with Valtteri being third and Lewis Hamilton being fourth. Of course, those two boys being right behind us again, putting the pressure on. The pressure is there. We can feel it. I can feel it. Coming into this race, we used all old components, and as you guys know, if you've been watching the series, you would know that when we use the old components, we are basically dominating. We're not dominating, but we're basically coming out with wins. We're coming out with podiums. We're coming out with a bunch of stuff. We chose the 3-stopper over a 2-stopper in this race, which is 3 stops is actually a pretty good call in my defense. My biggest issue was letting Max Verstappen go. So off the line, off rip, and you'll see it in the replay, I actually let what's his name, Verstappen go on lap 1 of corner 1 or corner 2 or corner 3, one of the corners, and because I let him go and get the big lead, it basically made it to where he outran us the whole entire time, and we couldn't do anything. The reason why I let him go was to cover off the Mercedes guys, and I don't know, I was trying to play a smart strategy by covering off the Mercedes, and if Max Verstappen was fast enough, it was going to allow one of us to pit while still maintaining, you know, the lead, and still maintaining a comfortable margin over the Mercedes. But anyway, we're going to get into the replay here. Basically pretty much a boring race, but we did have a couple of battles where we had to catch Hamilton, catch Bottas. We caught both of them, and then towards the end of the stint, or towards the end of stint 2, coming into the final stint of stint 3, switched on the medium tires, ran out the whole race. We did have a 6-second gap. At the start of that third and final stint, over Valtteri Bottas, and he basically climbed that gap right back down to about 2 seconds towards the end of this race. So I think if we had 2 more laps, he would have easily caught us, easily passed us. We were running out of options, and every single lap that I just kept making mistakes, it felt like he just kept getting closer and closer and closer. So it was very good, and it felt very nice to actually come out on top in terms of beating him. But yeah, so here's the replay. This is the start of the race. We covered off Max Verstappen on the inside very, very well. It looked like he got a good getaway. We were held very, very long at the start of the race. I don't know what the heck the FIA is doing up there, but we were held pretty about a decent chunk of time at the start. I was really nervous on the darn pedal, Trying to make sure I keep the revs in the sweet spot, which is about 1200 to 1100 RPMs. So yeah, here we go. This is the start. 5 red lights, and we're off and away. And we got off to a good start right there. Pretty decent start, but Max Verstappen just gets the traction coming out this corner. Actually, to be honest, I went wide in that corner, and I just decided to let him go at this point. There was no point in fighting him. I wanted to cover our Bottas for today. We had lap traffic in the middle of the stint. I think we're going to go for a big dive bomb here in the next few corners. This is versus Gasly. Then we have one versus Sainz and Ricardo coming down the main straight. Cars are pitting to make it move. Coming down into turn 1, the late braking under traction. We make a move on Ricardo, we get past him. Now, towards the later part of this race, we're chasing down Hamilton. And we get past him on the inside, same corner, same move, no contact. I know it looked like it was contact, but there was no contact. Then, we're going through, coming to lap in the 40s. We're coming and we're chasing down Valtteri Bottas. Now for this, it actually took us about 5 laps to catch Valtteri Bottas. There was lap traffic in the way. Every line that he took that I could not get to, or that I messed up, it took me an extra lap just to get to Valtteri. He had pace when he wasn't being, held up or blocked or anything like that. But we eventually catch up to him and complete our strategy of going on to mediums. Mediums would be our last tire that we went on to for this race. And the Mercedes boys actually went for a different strategy. They went on to mediums towards the end of this race. We eventually do get past Valtteri. Again, the 6-second gap that we created. And then after that, Max Verstappen, not Max Verstappen. Valtteri Bottas tried to run us down, and like I said, if he had 2 more laps, he probably would have caught up to us. But all in all, a pretty darn good race. We're getting ready to see the checkered flag here in a minute. That's us just going through the motions. Checkered flag right behind another car. That ends the race. So, we ended the race with the 2nd place finish, Max Verstappen finishing first. So it's a 1-2 for the Red Bull boys, a 3 and a 4 for the Mercedes boys, who ultimately did not have the day that they wanted. We take over the lead going into the season break, and that is all she wrote. So yeah, if you guys enjoy that, I'm sorry that I couldn't show you the final few laps, but please comment, like, and subscribe, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.